What is going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard at Graybeard Gaming Group. Today is Monday, September 14th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. If you happen to be new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as you can see in the screen, we are currently having a giveaway of an Xbox One S or a PlayStation 4 Pro. All you need to do to enter is subscribe to our channel here, or you can follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine, and we will be announcing the winner on November 5th of this year. As always, remember that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things you may enjoy. That's why we give you the option of entering the contest via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. So today we're going to be bringing you some feedback in regards to Phase 2 of the PTS, all the stuff that they've announced since last Friday. I mean, so much happened over the weekend. I don't remember the last time I saw so many tweets about the game. And actually, let me rephrase that. I don't think I've seen the Division 2 put out so many tweets in regards to topics that the community actually wants to hear about. Alright, my friends, so the first thing we want to touch base on is the roadmap we were given at the end of last week. Now, this shows us what we can expect between now and the end of the year. As you can see, we have both Season 3 and the Summit coming out next week on the 22nd. We have Season 4 coming out at one point in December, and then we have a special event coming at one point in the winter. So let's begin with Season 3. We know that Season 3 is going to be the same pretty much, it's going to be the same setup as we've had in the previous two seasons. However, in my opinion, Season 3 brings one of the best exotics into the game. It is the Memento backpack. I'm assuming they're going to have that towards the end of the tier in regards to the rewards track, but it is something you definitely want to grind for. The next thing we have on the roadmap is the Summit, and I have to say I was very surprised that they just fully committed to launching it next week on the 22nd. Even during the Ubisoft Forward event, I was completely shocked. And the reason I say that is this. It has to do with the fact that there was so much negative feedback online in regards to what the Summit actually was when we saw it. So the good part is that the Division 2 team is acknowledging that they have been hearing what the community has been saying about this new game mode. Now, I have no idea how many of these changes can actually be made before the 22nd, but I also know they've already mentioned the fact that even more changes are coming in Title Update 11.1. Which does make me a little bit nervous on what we can expect next week, because they're already talking about 11.1 before 11's even come out. However, in my opinion, what they are doing now is trying to show the community that they are committed to, at least, between now and the end of the year, giving us things we actually want to see. And the reason they are doing that is simple. They need to keep people engaged with this game. Look, people who enjoy this game and play it will always play it. It's not about that. It's about actually getting new players and people coming back. And as we move on, I have to say, I was incredibly surprised at the fact that they did address certain things. Look, we all know that they canceled last week's State of the Game, and I didn't think we were going to hear a thing until at least the beginning of this week. However, starting on Thursday, late morning and into Friday, they went on a media blitz with not only promoting the game itself, but actually addressing issues that we have been bringing up. And as we move on to the patch notes for Phase 2 of the PTS, please make sure any and all questions or comments you have, leave below. We try to answer everything we can, and if we don't have the answer, we try to point you in the right direction. As you can see, it says Wave 2 focuses on improvements to the Summit and PvP balance changes. Now, in this case, the three things they really want to focus on, they want the people involved in the PTS to focus on, are the Summit PvE game mode, PvP balance, and loot quality in regards to Rainbow Loot. It then goes on to list other things that they've changed for right now, and these are small little tweaks in regards to, some of the objectives and stuff like that, but it's none of the major stuff that we all really want to see in this game mode itself. Now, they have made it very clear that the changes that we're referencing are, things like, targeted loot. What's that going to be like? Can you just choose your difficulty for the whole building? Things like that. These are things they said they are going to get to, but is going to be at a later date. And again, that's why they kind of already started talking about, Title Update 11.1 to let you know, hey, we haven't forgotten it, but it's going to take us a minute to get there. And before you ask why haven't they done this before now, the answer is I don't know. I also don't know why they don't just bring the first division Dark Zone here, or why they don't bring Survival back. I mean, it's all a mystery. I don't get it. One of the next things talked about was gameplay changes, specifically gear mods. Now they've reverted the increase to status effect resistance mod values from 20% back down to 10%. The devs went on to say, after reviewing feedback and considering how the new generic gear mod slot system will impact the meta, we've decided to revert the changes to status effect resistance mods. The increase in flexibility towards achieving specific status effect immunity through generic gear mod slots will remain a net increase in player defense. All improvised crafted high-end gear now have generic mod slots, including gloves and knee pads. And I know a lot of players will be happy to see that. There was a lot of feedback right out of the gate that this 20% resistance thing was going to jack things up even more, so it's good that they fixed it before they put it out there. Next thing talked about was some of the gear. First, we're going to go into the named items. Death Grips increased the armor on kill from 5% to 10%. They've also made that same percentage increase from 5% to 10% armor on kill for the named shotgun, the Mop, which is a 6 shotgun. It's something you definitely want to grind for when this new content comes out. For the Memento, the exotic backpack, they've lowered the bonus armor gained on trophy pickup from 20% to 10% per armor core, but the bonus armor gains now stacks. And to be honest with you, I thought it stacked already, but this is much better than the other way because you're doing a lot of kills really fast with this gear set. It's just, and that's one thing I am really looking forward to with TU11 is the gear coming out. Finally, for Eclipse Protocol, they've lowered indirect transmission on kill status effect spread from 15 meters to 10 meters. Proliferation now increases the range of indirect transmission from 10 meters to 15 meters. And they have increased system aggravator damage amplification from 15% to 30%. And as I've said before, these are changes we want made before Title Update 11 actually comes out and they get it live, because when they make these nerfs post, launch, that's when it drives everybody crazy. One more note before we get into some PvP stuff in regards to talents. Obliterate, they have now increased the number of maximum stacks of total weapon damage from 15 to 25. Now, thankfully, they've started to address issues with PvP. How long it's going to take to fix the Dark Zone or conflict or whatever it is, I have no idea, but hopefully this is a step in the right direction. These are changes that are currently live in the PTS. They may change before launch, but this is what's going on at this point. They have reduced the global PvP damage modifier from 0.35 to 0.3. They have also reverted previous changes to the pistol, rifle, and MMR PvP damage modifiers to pre-Title Update 10.1 values, so they're finally giving a buff to that stuff. They have also made a small increase to shotgun PvP damage modifier to match global damage reduction and retain pre-Title Update 11 TTK. Finally, they have also made a slight reduction to overall SMG PvP damage. They then went on to list all of these other changes happening in PvP, but they began with another developer comment. This is in reference to the things I mentioned a moment ago. The above changes should result in a small increase to time to kill medium close range while keeping rifles and MMRs deadly at long ranges. And as you can see, they listed all the changes currently going on in the PTS. First of which is Crusader, Reflector, and Striker shields now take 33% more damage in PvP. Riot Foam and Chem Launcher base and snare duration lowered from 3 seconds to 2 seconds in PvP. Next, we have the Firewall Specialization talent Fiery Response no longer applies a 5-meter burn on armor break in PvP. They have lowered indirect transmission on kill status effect spread from 15 meters to 5 meters in PvP, and it's 7 meters with the chest talent. Now next you can see they are making a nerf to Lady Death, but again this is just for PvP. It says the Breathe Free weapon damage amplification effect has been lowered from 75% to 50%, Headhunter buff duration lowered from 30 seconds to 5 seconds in PvP. And finally, Headhunter damage bonus lowered from 40% to 20% in PvP, 25% with Perfect Headhunter. And do me a favor, my friends, if you happen to frequent the Dark Zone, let me know what you think about these changes. I really don't hit it up that often because I know the kind of environment it is right now, but if you play, like I said, let me know what you think about what's coming up. One final news note before we wrap up, they did announce that you will be able to play The Division 2 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Whether you will or not is all dependent on what they do on their end, so let's hope they keep it moving forward. And on that note, my friends, I think we are going to wrap up this video. I just want to once again thank you all so much for your continued support of this channel. It's been absolutely amazing. One thing I want to address real quick is that we have gotten so many messages asking us to put together some build videos. I promise you we will do those. We're just going to wait till the new gear comes out because a lot of things are going to change. We will, however, as always, bring you our State of the Game recap on Wednesday as long as it happens, and we're also going to be bringing you videos on things you may want to work on between now and next week. As I mentioned earlier, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, but most importantly, as always, take care, be kind, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.